Hey guys, Dave here. Well, I know it's been a while since I've done a Flash video. Well, since the season kind of wrapped and we're waiting for season 2, that's kind of been a big reason why I haven't done much. But there have been a few things going around for discussion. And today I'm going to be addressing one of the cool things that's going on. Who is John Clark? Now, recently, an actor named Ryan Cafeo had actually uploaded some audition videos to YouTube that he had done for a character known as John Clark. Now we know this is probably a fake name or stage name. If you look up anything on the name John Clark relating to DC Comics, you'll find that this is a guy that was actually a letterer that worked for DC Comics. This guy's worked for a bunch of different people. He's actually done work on characters like Geoforce, Hawkman, Dr. Fate, the Spectre, and several members of the Justice Society. Now, could that name be a clue as to who this mysterious John Clark could be? Maybe. And you take a look down below in the description, you'll find links to Ryan Cafeo's audition videos, as well as a link to the Arrowverse's page discussing who is John Clark, and theories about who this mysterious guy could be. That's where I'm getting this information from, so big ups to the Arrowverse here. Now, who is John Clark? According to this, for the casting call, it describes John Clark as classically handsome, square-jawed, in his 30s to early 40s, a slightly cynical man with an edge, and thanks to the videos from Ryan, it suggests the character is not only metahuman, but possibly one of the strongest metahumans with uncontrollable, at times, powers, as well as being volatile. His personality is slightly cynical with a cocky edge, and he uses the word kid when speaking to Barry, who he knows is the Flash. So this already suggests that the character is older. So, 30s to 40s, cocky, cynical. He seems to know his way around a few things, there's certain little clues that were dropped. Before I start getting into that, there's a lot of people that have various theories, and I'm going to put my own theories out there, and I know I've been wrong before. I'll probably be wrong again, but I'm going to give my own thoughts here. Now, according to the video, John is talking about how when the particle accelerator exploded, certain people kind of got off easy, like Barry. And how cool would it be to be able to run at high speeds? Okay, if he's strong and powerful, but not necessarily able to run fast, then that automatically eliminates Jay Garrick, Max Mercury, and Johnny Quick. They may have the whole age thing going for them, but that doesn't really fit their personalities much either, not to mention the lack of speed. Now, when you talk about volatile characters, there are other names that have come up. Al Pratt, the original Golden Age Atom, who's also in Earth 2. There is also Albert Rothstein, a.k.a. Atom Smasher, or Grant Emerson, Damage. Now, Damage, this is a guy who's actually the son of Al Pratt, but his power is, and his energy builds up. If he doesn't release it in some way, he could actually detonate and have a huge amount of problems here. That's a possibility, but Damage has always been seen as a younger hero who's trying to come up in the world. That doesn't really fit the whole 30s to 40s thing. Al Pratt, maybe. He could be, an older, grizzled guy trying to do his thing, but that doesn't really seem to fit him either. I mean, yeah, he's cocky and trying to make up for it for being short, but there's certain things that just don't jive. Not to mention the fact that since Ray Palmer is currently going as the Atom, there's already one that exists, so how would that work? See, it's iffy. Other people have probably mentioned the whole way about his cockiness and stuff, comparing him to Hal Jordan's a possibility, but Hal never really had metahuman powers. Rex Mason, Metamorpho, he's a guy that lost his humanity and can do a lot of different stuff, but he doesn't appear human at all. He would give him a reason to have an edge, but not necessarily what this guy is, and he can't shape himself to look normally human. So, who is this mysterious John Clark? A lot of people were wondering this. And by watching Ryan Cafeo's videos, I started to pick up certain little clues and hints here. Now, this is just my theories, but the way he describes certain things, as far as for talking to the Star Labs crew, you scientists and your gadgets. Here you talk about, you think because you know about metahumans, you can deal with these people. Having metahuman powers didn't make that guy a jackass. He was a jackass before then. Just because you think you understand the meta, if you don't understand the human, you're going to lose every time. Now this is someone that focuses on attitude and personality, and he's also focusing on judge the person, not the powers. That's an interesting hint. He also talks to apparently Barry in one of the audition scenes, talking about, calling him kid and things like that. And he's trying to also, apparently he's talking to a doctor in another scene, probably Caitlin, where he's talking about, I want you people to know, I want you to know that I'm trying to help. I want to take this and make it and do something good with it. At which point, after which asks apparently Caitlin out to dinner. So that's some slick moves there. But this person is abrasive, tries to be confident, and trying to do what they can, but at times coming to clash with Barry and the members of the Star Labs team. There's been a lot of speculation, but here's my thought, and it's going to be pretty crazy. It is my theory and opinion that this mysterious John Clark actually goes by several different names. The one we'd be most familiar with is Jean Jones, aka the Martian Manhunter. Now, I know a lot of you are saying, no, wait a minute. Now, why are we going to do this? I mean, the Supergirl series is going to be dealing with aliens. Okay, now, in an episode of The Flash, they talked about Ferris Air being shut down because one of their test pilots went missing. I'm sorry, did Hal Jordan get his ring from a magic lantern in a subway crash? No. So he was taken off by aliens to go get their thing. So aliens are implied to be in this world. Okay, that's all I want to establish. Now, looking at John's origin, he existed on Mars. He was brought to Earth by an experimental teleporter device from a scientist who unfortunately had died, and the machine had broken down, so he had no way of getting home. So Jean was stuck here. He's learned about humanity, trying to do his thing, but kind of staying undercover with it. He's one of the most powerful beings on the planet. But they talk about John Clark's powers being unstable, as if it comes and goes. Now, I won't know until the series airs, but one of the big possibilities is, what if his powers aren't coming or going? But what if in certain times and places when he uses his powers, he can't, because he's near the one weakness that Martians have: fire. Now, if you were the only member of your race stuck on Earth, one of the most powerful beings ever, staying hidden on the down low, and then humans started to develop special powers that you've hidden for all this time, but now you can actually start coming out in the light a little bit, testing things, to do your own thing. Wouldn't you try to step forward and help where you can, but keep your greatest weakness, which anybody can buy a pack of matches or a lighter, and mess you up? Wouldn't you keep that from people? In a comic series called JLA Year One, the Justice League was just starting, and Jean was one of the more mysterious members. And he wasn't revealing his full level of powers. He was mysterious, and he would slowly reveal a power whenever it was necessary to do so. What if this John Clark is Jean, and he's pretending to be metahuman because he's been pretending to be human, trying to come out? Jean has a lot of experience with people. He's been doing a lot of the heroic stuff on the down low for a long time. But the whole cocky attitude, the violent temper, that actually explains some things about Jean in current DC stuff when the New 52 started up. He was never a founding member of the Justice League like he had been before. Instead, he had been a member for a short time, but he had left it because he had actually gotten into an argument with the Justice League, and they damn near fought each other to death. For a while in the new comics, he's actually become a member of something called Stormwatch, and the leader of it. He was doing some Men in Black crap. One time when Guy Gardner, the Green Lantern, was interrogating someone, Jean came up and said, "Who the hell are you?" He says, "Well, since I'm going to just erase your memory when I'm done with you anyway, I can tell you, I'm the Martian Manhunter." He's pulling some Men in Black crap here, doing all this stuff in the shadows, on the down low. And I hate to say it, but Jean has been, in the comics, as of recently, has been coming off as more, angry at times and volatile. You never know what he's going to do. This is a guy who is incredibly powerful, but he's not among his people. There was another series called Astro City. There's a graphic novel worth checking out called Astro City Confessions. It talks about a hero who turns out he has an interesting origin story and abilities, but he had kept them hidden until the very first heroes started coming out in masks and stuff, doing their thing. Then he did it, and he was doing pretty darn good at it. I think since Astro City, I believe, is also a subsidiary of DC Comics, that might also be where they're going with it. See? Like I said, it's just a hint. It's little things here and there. Where he describes you people, or I want you people. I want you to know. It seems to me like he's a guy that has a great deal of power, and he wants to try to get involved. But at the same time, he's keeping people pushed away, not letting them in. And Jean has been known for doing that. But like I said, it could be someone brand new. We won't know until the season starts. So, what do you guys think? Please, check out below. Check out the links I'm talking about. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Tell me what you guys think. Who is this mysterious John Clark? Who do you think it is? Take care, guys. Peace. Yum, yum.